first quarter at the Superdome. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They start the drive with White, and a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First down, here's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. White again. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Shook himself free at the tackle and kept going. Even if the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. They find some open field here. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Brady gives this to White. And he'll take this down to the 33.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that front.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. I think he might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing is Brady on third down. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions. And it was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards. And they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Going up top for Miller. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Bucs trying on fourth down but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Saints are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
From the 39, Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone covering.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked... Stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Now Brady on the bootleg. Out to his left. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
I feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 68 yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. First and goal at the 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. He goes 86 yards on the kick return. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Less man prep for Chris Godwin than other receivers of his ilk around the league, but he quietly put up 1,100 yards last season. The Buccaneers certainly noticed, and they handed him a new contract extension to continue being the catch magnet that he is. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen stats. Wow. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Jameis now on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. The 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Winston now to throw on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown. Juwan Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, This is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Slot man moves right. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Winston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Russell Gage from 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now up to 14. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Brady. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way around there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it begins. Thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good run, and they get off the field.
Regular. 150. Cover.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Saints 14. Ryan Succop to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To throw is Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. On 2nd and 10, Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a big first incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Flip, flip, flip. Come on. Run that. Easy.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Winston on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He'll buy some time right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, Brady. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A 1st down throw for Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Open man downfield is Johnson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll turn to Kamara. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Brady. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off. But not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Winston. He completes it to Olave. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Second down and goal. Winston tries it left side and finds Olave. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Jameis again. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter down. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Yeah,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's good for a Saints.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to let it go again. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll send Landry in motion right. On 2nd down, Winston again. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14.
17 yards. That's good for the Saints.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 13-yard touchdown. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Winston to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, they'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, Alabama. Regular.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Jameis now on 1st down. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Winston now. The quick slant caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
Kamara. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground with White. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side here with White. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, a run from White. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
White running to the left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
3, 15.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Winston. He's going to let it fly. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Winston. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Bucs, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide.